Good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the OWLS Racing League here for Season 7, where tonight head around to make a trip over to Imola for one of its last adventures in OWLS Racing while. But, and gentlemen, there is a big incident that happened while we were off Belgium and Imola tonight, and that is down to the race results of last week. We saw that Puzant took the win on the road. We thought everything was okay, but after an 80 in the race on lap 11, and handed a 5-second time penalty, meaning that reigning champion Cook ended up taking OWLS, and he takes the first of the. That will be back from blood on the circuit he won at last season. But talking about how we finished off last time out, let's quickly run you through standings ahead qualifying. Have Cook on 25 points, Buzan on 18, and it's Panda, Joker, Ben, Liam, Jefton, a Waypack who did a good job on his serve. We have Swaggy and Andy rounding out, of course. We have Sprint, Liam Bearder, Thomas, Raw, Alex, Massive, Thames, Harvey, Agent, and Ericsson rounding out the last week. So, drivers are just preparing trackside action around this historic circuit, and a circuit where we last time out make strategy blunder and make Puzant, well, give Puzant, should I say, the 3 in a row. Let's run you through your circuit head track side to qualifying. So, of course, we're here at Imola, circuit of 3.050 miles with 19 turns, and of course, 1 DRS straight down that main straight. 20 taking up Amberella of chicane. You can be bold and brave enough into the Ravazzas. Aqua Minerale could be an opportunity. A poor run out of the Stella. Have likes Valiente Alta at the top of the hill, and Toza as well. That's another spectacular taking opportunity, but you've got to be enough. So, but the drivers are now heading out onto the circuit. First one out on a lap seems to be the Ferrari of Newt Panda. Let's head over to trackside now. Go on board with the man who finished third last time out. Has to offer as we get qualifying underway. Got the likes of Puzant, Joker, Cook are all here tonight. Cook, the reigning champion, won last time out. I want to make it back-to-back race victories. And for Puzant, he'll want revenge of Panda. He would like to build off what he did in that want to build that podium, eventually. That feat here this evening. And through the first chicane, through the Tamborello, and of course, he has invalidated over to Joker, who of course, last time out in Belgium. Copy errors at Spa, which costed Billy. Gets his way out up the hill into Curatella. A very comfortable opening start to the session through the Piratella, nicely tearing into Aqua Minerale now. Down to get over that inside apron. So we run the car out wide. Onto the brakes. Again, Valiente Alta, nicely done there. make our way now down the hill into Ravats. This is really tricky braking. It may not seem tricky, but because you're downhill, you're carrying so much more momentum, it's so much more harder to stop that you just completely the apex through the two Ravats. Nice from Joker across the line. It's a 1:15.1. That's the benchmark for the session so far. As Liam goes into second, a 15.3, of course. He was fighting that race last time we came here. How important with his namesake, leading third of the season one. Of course, last season, this horrid race for Joker had a good qualifying, and then it went away from first performance season of finally 8 beat Friday went third. There is on a lap time. What about Puzan? He's invalidated as well. Cook up for a attempt. Aerial. Oh no, sorry, Arik. Now, final corner. Across the line at 56. Not be there from the McLaren driver. Waiting from the lap from Andrew. We go on board. Now here comes the line. What's this? Only a 15.9. This may be a circuit where controller players might not be at their strengths due to the quick changes and corrections. So for the likes of New Panda, I believe is on controller. Might not be circuit for him as well. Buzan pushing on a second attempt. Done through the Valiante Alto and now making his way down into the Ravatsas. Now across the line we shall go with Puzan. What's this going to be for the man who won on the circuit last time? It was a 14.6, a spectacular lap. But of course, we still have to wait for HB Cook, the reigning champion. What can he do in the final sector? Can he take the fight to Puzan for pole? Across the line, a 14.7, a tenth shy of the kick Sauber as Ben made his way into third. Spectacular stuff from him. This could be one of his best performances in a long old time. 15.1 from him. Just to see how he gets on. For Ben, a very nice lap indeed. Of course, still got Swaggy. He's just starting an attempt. Thames is unfortunately invalidated. That's a big snap of oversteer as well. Got Mewtwo, who's now making his way through Aquaminerale. Goku has come out back on an outlap now. Kept it valid, so at least it's top 11 for now as he makes his way to the line. What's it going to be for the Hash driver across the line? A 16.2 puts himself up in that top 10. Not bad at all. There is 24. At first sector, Agent has finally us with HT, and now we've got Baggy now making it for Batsers. Now here comes Baggy to the line. What's it to be for him? It's going to be thick fast as a 54. ladies and gentlemen. I have just been notified my mic keeps cutting in and out. Not too sure why. On OBS, everything looks okay. Of course, Fraggy went there. Joker now pushed on his attempt. Just made a few adjustments there. I can fix the issue. Hopefully it does fix itself. I don't know what is going on with my microphone at the moment, but Joker, I didn't see how much he was up by there in the middle sector. Now making his way through the final Ravatsas. What's this going to be for Joker as he comes up to the line? 14.9, third fastest for Joker. Ben is also now, he's starting a lap. We got, that is going to be, actually I think going again. He's up by 0.6 of a second to be fair to him. Oh, but runs wide of Variante Alta. And now he's going to have to lose that all that momentum all the way down into the first Ravatsa. And that's going to cost him dearly. All that momentum, all that time found, it has gone in a blink of an eye, and he comes into pit lane. He ran out of fuel anyway, but it was on for a really strong improvement there. We've actually seen him up into the top 7 maybe, actually. Right, we'll go back on board with Ben, who's actually invalidated his lap. Puzan is about to start a, attack. Ariel is now making his way through the first sector. 2 attempts to the good on his previous best. I think, just listening to the stream, I think my mic issues are sorted, which is all good. Puzan, is he up in the first sector? No, he's aborted the lap. Luke Panda has been able to make his way up to 3rd place as well. A 14.8 from the Ferrari, really on a strong turn of form is the Scuderia man. Luke Panda doing really well indeed. Once again, Cook not coming out for a second run. He's just leaving it till the last second. For Puzan, he'll be charging to go again. Of course, Ben is on a next attempt. We'll see what Ben can do. Liam has made his way up into 6th place and is actually 6 attempts to the good on his previous lap. Of course, the man who was fighting for pole position last season and was fighting for that race victory now makes his way through the final couple of corners, the final Ravatsas. And what's it going to be for Liam as he makes his way to the line? Here he comes. It's in front row. It's good enough to be even better than the front row. A second found. It's pole position for Liam for now. But of course, we have Puzan starting a push lap. And we still have Ben trundling around, but he's 1.1 seconds and will probably come into the pit lane at the end of this one. And he does. But now Lai's turn to Puzan needs to find 0.3 of a second to match Liam, who had a very scrappy opening lap and is invalidated on his next attempt. The first sector, he was up by 1/10 of a second. It could have been a dogfight over this middle part of the qualifying. Going back and forth, and we still can't count out Cook on the track improvement because loads of drivers there were improving. This circuit all about confidence and all about driver skill. The more laps you do, the more you feel comfortable around here, the more you feel free to push. So as Puzan comes into pit lane, Joker comes out for another attempt. We'll see what Joker can do. Was a very strong driver. Is Joker, no slouch. Took pole position last time out in Spa. Oh, a very scrappy Tamburello chicane. That's going to cost him dearly. I don't really think there's going to be too much time found in this first sector. Oh, and a slide through Villeneuve. Going all the way to that right-hand side. Joker pushing too hard, over-driving, and pushing the limits of his Kick-Sauber. And unfortunately for him, he has seen potentially his best shot at pole now gone. So while that happened, we still have the likes of Def heading around the circuit, but there's not an improvement. Will probably be coming into pit lane. BJ Riley just finished the lap 2.5 attempts better than his previous best. Ian Bearder, nothing. Of course, he's in the pit lane. Rory making his way around the circuit. 1/10 up on his previous lap. We'll see what he can do, and then we'll switch back over to Joker. Puzant, the only one of those front runners that have just come out onto an out lap. Liam and Cook still in the pit lane. They're waiting until the final minutes. Rory a bit scrapping through the Aqua Minerale, and now heading up the hill into the Variante Alta. 1.2 seconds low to the good. This still will not be enough to see him. Actually, no, it will be enough to see him in front of Alex. Still got Massive Thames and Agent yet to set a lap time as well. Through the final sector we go. Rory now making his way to the line. What's it going to be? It's 15th fastest, a 2.1 second improvement, and I think actually ran out of fuel on the way to the line. Joker half a second down in the first sector, made out 1.2 and has invalidated. Hopefully has enough fuel to go again. Puzant once again has aborted a attempt and has decided, nope, this isn't for me. I'm going to wait a little bit longer, leaving it all to the final lap. And the question is, does Joker have enough fuel to go again? No, Joker does not. So that is going to be a best of 5th place for the Kick-Sauber. Joker is done for this evening in qualifying. There we go, the retirement to confirm. No more partaking. That's a car really off the road there. That's one of the Haas cars. Is that Dare or is it BJ Riley? It's BJ Riley who went all the way off. He was actually up in the first sector. Must wasn't improving his teammate. And Liam and Cook have just started their attempts. Liam has invalidated, so that's him over and done with. What about championship leader and reigning champion Cook? What can he do on his attempts? He goes through the first sector split, 2 attempts up. This could be a crucial lap time here from the Aston Martin. And oh boy, would it be a monster lap to deny Liam off that pole position. Through the Piratella we go. Nicely done through there. Keeps it within track limits. And through Aqua Minerale, needs to get the power down nicely, and he has. And through the middle sector split, half a second up. This could be it if he keeps it clean throughout the end of the lap, doesn't scrub off too much time. The track improvement, the time improvement, it can all point to Cook's first pole position of the season. He's left it late. He didn't do a second run. He left it all to this final lap, the money lap. And has Cook stolen it away here from Liam at this dying moment? Across the line he goes. He has! Not by much, only by 0.04 of a second, but he has stolen it away. And Puzant attempt is not improving, and neither's Ben as he goes off of the Villeneuve chicane. It is going to be the reigning champion unless somebody who pulls out a monstrous lap can deny him. Here comes Ericsson to the line. He goes 4th fastest. Spectacular stuff there from Ericsson. Of course, Ben's not going to be improving. Ariuk is on a lap coming to the end of he's up by 4 tenths. He could actually potentially see himself up into that top 7 if there's any more time in the final sector. Could potentially even break into that top 5. Up to the line here from the McLaren. 7th fastest from him. But it's going to be the reigning champion and the championship leader, HB Cook, who takes pole position here in Imola with a barnstorming lap to just snatch pole away from Liam at the death, who thought he might have had it in the bag, even though he invalidated that attempt. But the Aston Martin and the reigning champion said, hold my beer, pal. I am going to take it away from you. And wow, Cook, what a lap that was. He left it until that final attempt. He didn't inspire, it didn't work out. Here, though, in Imola, his fortunes have been reversed. His fortunes are favoured. He takes first pole position of the season. So your order is as follows. It's Cook on pole from Liam in second, 34,000 separating the pair. Then it's Puzan. He'll be happy with P3. Ericsson, Panda, Joker, Ariuk, Ben, Aid seems spiky rounding out the top 10. Just Dare, BJ Riley, Liam Bearder, Rory, Alex, Massive, Thames, Agent. Rounds out your field. He was the only driver not to set a lap time. Of course, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go for a... No, we're not going to go for a lobby restart. I thought we were. Last week we only went for a lobby restart because of grid penalty. That is my bad. We are now getting ready for the race. And who took that lead in the championship last week by winning the opening round? HB Cook. Now potentially do the double. Similar fashion. What we saw Puzant do last season. And of course, Puzant will be back for blood. Be back for revenge after getting that penalty last time out, which was, of course, his own error, but he'll want to make amends and pick up a race victory this time without any controversy surrounding him. And then, of course, we have Liam on that front row. He'll want to right his wrongs from last week. But here we are then. It's Cook and Liam on the front row. And we are underway here in Imola. It's a good start from Cook, but also a good start from the Alpine on that front row as we head down to that first corner. Liam just has to slot in behind Cook, who gets a lightning launch off the line and is able to hold on nicely. Liam stays in second, Puzant third. Newt Panda trying to put some pressure onto the Kick Sauber. There's a yellow flag in the background. It's for Panda's teammate of Swaggy, the 80, making his way past Ericsson, who's really bogged down off the start. He started 5th, all the way down into 9th already. Ariel trying to go side by side here with Ben, who Ben is able to hold on to that position. He stays in 6th place to 2 Haas cars. Now squabbling as well with Muse and BJ Riley as we head through the Piratella for the first time. And it is going to be BJ Riley who comes out on top in that squabble. Liam Bearder able to get in front of Dare as well, as there's a big moment there for the A team. That's allowed Ericsson and also BJ Riley through as we hit onto the brakes. As there's Moose to the inside, misses his braking point completely, and he's gone straight into the side of his own teammate. Ben's been able to get past Joker, who's had a potentially poor run out of that final corner. The A team and BJ Riley squabbling as well. As a yellow flag in the background. That's for Thames and Swaggy, who have come into strife. Some more disaster there for Swaggy in this one. Cook leads us over that line as DRS will now be enabled. Ben is 1.2 seconds behind Newt Panda, so they've already broken clear of that top four. Joker been able to get back by there straight away with the slipstream and the battery. Ben, a poor Tambarada chicane. Now Kabin Ariek could get the move done. Well, a frantic opening lap as now Rory is off as well at the first corner. Into the gravel. It was 32 laps here this evening. And it is going to be a one-stop strategy. That's what won last time out. Liam tried the two. He is really looking to shake those ghosts, those haunting moments off his shoulders as Liam. He did win a race later in Monte Carlo. But it don't matter. That does not matter at all to him. Oh, it's Muse with a moment. That's going to allow Agent to potentially go through him. Oh, an Agent running a little bit wide there. Out of the Variante outer. Liam Bearder could be looking for a move on BJ Riley. No, just not close enough. But as DRS is enabled, Cook with another fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Followed back instantly by Joker, who's got within DRS range of Newt Panda. Be a very entertaining start to the race. Everyone with DRS range down to Alex. Just falling off the back of Dare. Bring up the tyres, everyone's on. And BJ Riley picks up our first track limits penalty. Same with Alex as well. And Newt Panda's got some good pace off that start. He's on the hards. Drivers on the hards are Dare, Ariet and Newt. Everybody else on that medium compounder tyres. Then, nearly dropping out of DRS range there from Joker. Has dropped out of DRS range. Of course, for Cook here, it's not really about breaking out of DRS. It's just about holding on, holding firm in his position. Making sure he does not lose out on that track position or the race lead to Liam behind him. Oh, it's off goes Liam. Off goes Liam, actually overshooting turn one, and that's going to allow Puzant to get the opportunity to get the run into the Villeneuve chicane, but no, just isn't close enough, but he goes offline, and that might invite Newt Panda for an opportunity. Muse is able to get past Massive in the background, and for Newt Panda, just not able to get past Puzant, and Puzant not able to get past Liam either. But a mistake there from Liam. Seen him go straight on as a yellow flag in the first sector. Oh, it's more drama for Swaggy, who's potentially touched the grass on the outside of the Villeneuve chicane. That's him round. And another moment. That's 3 moments in 4 laps now. Swaggy 2 on the opening lap. 1 now on lap 4. I don't know if Liam potentially was just caught out due to the gaining speed potentially on Cook, as Ben has been overtaken there by the McLaren of Ariek. Now making his way down that main straight is the McLaren. 2 of the hard tyre runners in that top 6 now. Ben, I don't think, has actually got DRS, so the McLaren should be able to hold firm and hold on to the position. Beard is able to get past BJ Riley, and Dare's also followed him through. The Mercedes driver doing some good work as well. Way up into that 11th place spot. Oh, Eric picking up 3 seconds. Rory picking up 3 seconds. Many of drivers picking up 3 second time penalties. Thames has retired, and Rory has gone straight on at the first chicane, at the Tamburello chicane, and has broken his front wing, I think, here. A broken front wing for the McLaren. Completely broken front wing for the McLaren, shall I say. There is nothing there at all. That's his second mistake at the same chicane, and Swaggy goes through. It's a disastrous opening few tours for Rory and for Swaggy. I think something's happened to Agent as well. He's all of a sudden dropped 10 seconds back behind Massive, and he was just behind Muse only a couple of laps ago. Looking back at the front of the field, Liam with the DRS against Cook in front. He's gaining and gaining and gaining, just won't get close enough. Doesn't really have any battery to play with at the moment, does Liam. Really put that pressure onto Cook, but he gets a poor exit, does the Aston Martin, and this could be Liam's opportunity to get a little bit closer, maybe see some cracks start to form, apply that pressure. That's all you do in this stage, is yes, you keep your track position, try and apply some pressure to the car in front. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Rory is retired, and we've got a safety car. Muse gets a 10-second for a collision with Alex. Potentially just reacting to the safety car too late. But now this throws strategy into the air. Are we going to potentially even see the 2-stop here tonight? We thought it wasn't going to be a 2-stop, but for these medium runners, they might come in for a set of the hearts and try that 2-stop strategy. Will Cook lead these drivers in, or will he stay out? That is going to be the question. In comes Cook. Yes, in they all come. Of course, Panda will stay out because he is on the hards. He'll be trying a 1-stop strategy here. I mean, these guys could try the 1-stop, but it'll be very difficult. Oh, Joker's going to get held as well by Puzan. He's going to drop down throughout the field. Oh, and Alex picks up 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane as well. Joker comes out behind Ericsson. Way down there. Alex is on the softs for maybe a short burst. But now this means for Panda, Mariak, and of course Jet, they can potentially see guys out a little bit longer. And maybe move on to those mediums a little bit later. Better tyres. But then, of course, for these drivers like Joker and everyone else, Cook, of course, Liam as well, now have all come in for a set of the hards. They can try the 1-stop. Will the tyres make it is the question. Will be, by the time they finish the race, even including the safety car laps, 24 laps. No, 25 laps, sorry. Same set of hards. And he's still in a very good position because cars between himself and those other hard runners, he can build a little bit of a gap. And surely these guys are also on the 2 strategy. Three drivers yet to stop. Everybody else is coming to the pit lane. Alex has got off those softs and put onto the hards. Are we going to see Cook make his way through? Muse to be able to pick up a 3-second time penalty under the safety car. Quite a confusing one. How he's been able to do that. It was definitely at the Variante Alta. Quite a place to pick up a track limits warning when you're under safety car, because you don't really ride the curbs. You just try and stay in the middle of the road, warm up your tyres, and you don't really worry about what's in front of you. As in terms of pace, trying to catch up. Kind of just want to keep a couple of car lengths back for now, and when you get to the end of that safety car, when it comes into pit lane, exactly when you decide to attack. Safety car should be at the end of this lap. Safety car split. Yes, there we go. Safety car in at the end of this lap. And when will drivers go? When will Newt Panda go? Of course, he's burnt Mylander now. And he puts the foot down as soon as we exit that second Ravazza. BJ Riley picks up a 3-second time penalty before we go back to green flag running and we go racing. Once again here in Imola. And actually, Ariel could potentially go for a move here around the outside at the Tamburello chicane. This will be a brilliant move by the McLaren, who gets forced wide by Newt Panda, and that's staring to the back of him. A big slide for the McLaren. It's not the first time we've seen a McLaren slide out there on the exit of Tamburello chicane. We saw it last season with Joker, this season with Ariel, and he's dropped down to 7th place, and now there is that roadblock as Ariel to the inside of Ben. He just is not able to get that move done, and Ben holds firm. Dare now having to defend from Cook behind as around the outside of the Pirotella will go the Aston Martin, and that's a spectacular move to get in front of the Mercedes. And now Liam will go to the inside of Aqua Minerale. Dare no match for the Alpine either. It's got Puzan, next on the list, and Joker is sent round. Joker round in the background. Aqua Minerale, and the man who had a disastrous race last time out. It was horrid luck in Imola last season. This season, that luck seems to continue. It's disastrous once again, and he's down to 16th with another recovery drive in his disposal as Ericsson around the outside of Ariel can't get the move done. Gets forced onto the gravel, but the McLaren drops it into the wall. The second McLaren into the wall. Luckily for him, no damage though, but drops to the back of the field. And for the A team, he's able to get past Liam Bearder. He's up into 8th. Joker being able to get past Agent as well as alongside Alex Hayho too. And in all of that as well, Cook was able to get past Newt Panda. So Newt Panda on those old hards struggling. And now, oh, Liam goes wide. Liam nearly drops it. And I think Putan was very lucky to avoid him there. But that's now given Cook a good 2 to 3 second lead now. Over the chasing back behind the reigning champion. He's been flawless so far this season. He was flawless last time out. Just got caught out by some DRS chicken. He still picked up the win anyway after penalties as Dare now falls behind Ericsson and also the A-team as well. But for Liam, it's another scrappy mistake. And he's around 3 seconds behind the race leader now of HB Cook, who's 2 seconds clear of Newt Panda at the very least. Pusan with the DRS is able to get past there. On to Liam. And he makes his way up. Now into the top 3. In the background, Ericsson getting close to the A-team. He wants to try and make his way through. Yellow flag in the middle sector. That's for Must, I think, who's gone around. Dare has dropped behind BJ Riley and also Liam Bearder there. But I think Must went around, and unfortunately for him, oh, he's actually picked up some front wing damage. Has the Haas driver. Unfortunately for me, who's still coming to the pit lane and repair that surely. Pusan has been able to get past Newt Panda as well. 3.1 seconds behind Cook, the 2 from last week. And it was Pusan hunting down Cook until those final laps. Once again in that same predicament. And Liam now trying to get past the Ferrari too. Just not close enough. Alex with another 3-second time penalty. We're on lap 13 of 32. Newt Panda now dropping out of DRS range, and there goes Liam to the inside into the Valiante Alta. Gets by Newt Panda without too much hassle, without too much of a fight there from the Ferrari. Up into 3rd place now. .1 seconds behind Pusan as the A-team. He picks up another time penalty. That's another one added to his tally. That gap between Pusan and Cook, 3.5 seconds. And Joker is already back up into the top 10. He's now just past BJ Riley. And oh, I thought I was round the outside of Liam Bearder. I thought that would have been audacious. But no, unfortunately, a laggy Red Bull stops him right there. And he tracks as that's Dare going wide. And Massive sees himself through. As the A-team's made a mistake, he's gone around at the Villeneuve chicane. And he drops out of the top 10. He was having a spectacular race up in 6th place. A really strong drive from the A-team, but unfortunately, mistake puts that to bed. He's down to 14th with it all to do again. So for Newt Panda, he's now got Ben for company. Ericsson as well, all over the back of the Williams driver. He'll want to try and make his way through too. There goes Ben. To the outside now of Newt Panda. Oh, slides the rear end out. And that's going to allow Ericsson to potentially get the run out of the corner. But no, he had to back out of it big time. He just sees himself not able to get up into that top 5 just yet. He's New Panda's teammate Swaggy's now made a mistake. He just got past there. And I think he's just made a very similar mistake to what we saw the A-team do. But he's still got all his front wing, luckily, even though he did, it seemed, tap the wall. Cart's still intact. Cook, still 3.5 seconds to the good. Joker now picks up a 3-second time penalty. Swaggy picks up a 3-second time penalty. And quite ironically, only 7 remain, and they are the top 7. It's quite weird how it's worked out that way, but the top 7, the only drivers not having penalties, as Liam Bearder has now disconnected. It's unfortunate to see, but you could feel it coming with how laggy that Red Bull was. Knew it was a matter of when, not if, as Nuke Panda has been overtaken by Ben. And Ericsson will want a piece of the spoils as well. As look at the gap now between that top 3 and Ben. 5 seconds between him, last podium place of Liam. Ericsson now looking to the inside. We make our way into the Piratella and we'll get through nice and easily down that straight. Panda will now come under pressure from Joker in a couple of laps time. Still very even between Cook and Puzan. Neither one seeming to be quicker for now. Chopping and changing as lap and lap go by. 1 lap Puzan's faster than Cook. Changes that deficit back into his favour. They just constantly keep swapping places. As Ericsson's actually been able to make his way past Ben. Not only Nuke Panda, but Ben as well. With that DRS. Because he got past Nuke Panda up into the Piratella. And this time around he got Ben, who did not have any of the rear wing drag reduction system. As Alex now picks up another 3-second. We'll check penalties in a few moments' time as well. To see who's got what. We're only at the halfway stage of this race. The A-team getting past there onto Alex. Up into 12th place goes the Aston Martin. Joker's not closed up as much as the rest, as Ericsson's now 7 seconds behind Liam. They've dropped an extra 3 seconds in the span of a lap. And for Liam, he's now within DRS range of Puzan. It will be interesting to know if the kick made a mistake and he's dropped 3/10 of a second to Cook in front. And more penalties coming in this time for Ariak. And also, I think that was Dare as well. For Liam, I'm going to try to put some pressure onto the back of Puzan for now. Ben picks up another 3-second time penalty. Joker now all over the back of Nuke Panda, but Nuke Panda still just within DRS range of Ben. We should go back to the battle at the front of the field though between Puzan and Liam. The DRS now open for the Alpine. just not getting close enough. Just doesn't have the straight line speed for now. And I think Joker will be able to get past Newt Panda here. Panda will have the DRS to aid him though down this main straight. He'll be shortly in for a set of the mediums within the next few laps into the braking zone of the Tamburello chicane. And for Newt Panda, he's able to hold on once again for now. Ben really struggles in that first chicane. He's 1.8 seconds behind Ericsson now. Seems to not be able to carry any speed at all as Ariel is the first driver into the pit lane off that hard tyre. Of course, who started on that hard tyre. And of course, can these hard runners who boxed under the safety car make it to the end? Actually, into the pits comes Puzan. He doesn't think they're going to make it to the end and comes into the pit lane. Surely, for either another set of hards or for another set of the medium compounded tyres, this is the mistake we saw Liam do last season. There's a yellow flag in the middle sector. That's for Muist, who has made a mistake at Aqua Minerale. BJ Riley stays out as now Ben also decides to come into pit lane. Muist now picks up a 3-second time penalty. We'll have a look at the penalties now as we reach 12 laps to go. The clouds are getting quite overcast as well as Liam Beard has retired after rejoining the session. Ariel also picked up a 3-second time penalty. I think Alex has made a mistake. He has. He's gone straight on at the Tamburello chicane. And he's lost part of his front wing. You can see it on that right-hand side. Penalty situation is as follows. Oh, as Ben's going to get held up here behind the Mercedes. Just as able to make his way through. Puzan was able to get past Massive as well. Penalty situation. It's 3 for Joker. 9 for Riley. 6 for 18. 9 for Dare. 6 for Massive. 3 for Ben. Alex on 15. Muist on 12. 3 for Swaggy. As I think that's Cook into pit lane. It is Cook in pit lane. He's reacting to Liam. Not Liam, sorry, Puzan. And is Liam going to react as well? Or is he going to be the daring one? Is he going to do something different once again and stay out to the very end? Of course, making their way through is the likes of Joker, BJ Riley. Puzan 2.1 seconds behind. A beautiful undercut there from Puzan to get to within 1.5 seconds now of HB Cook. Massive and daring to pit lane, but does Liam try to take these hards to the end? Yellow flag. That is for Alex, who's retired in the pit lane. As Cook is able to get past BJ Riley. That's an important car in between himself and Puzan. Could potentially cause some problems for the Kick Salva. At least for a couple of corners. Getting closer into the Valiente outer. He goes late on the brakes. He tries to see himself through. Just about squeezes 2 cars in there. Lost a tiny bit of time, but not as much as he would have done. Ericsson comes into pit lane. Liam stays out even longer. 11 more laps in this race. You have to take those tyres 25 laps. It might be a difficult task, but it could be his only hope of taking a race victory. As Puzan, even with that overtake, sets the fastest lap of the race. Liam Bearder, he's left the session. That's after his retirement. 4 retirements in this race. Alex, Liam, Rory and Thames. Puzant's lost a bit more time over the course of this lap. Liam seems to be a lot happier at the moment. On this tyre than the Kick Sauber, and it might be looking at back-to-back race victories here for Puzant. Not Puzant, sorry, for Cook. Maybe his first one on the road. Be his second of the season. Cook now sets the fastest lap of the race. Newt Panda on a fresh set of the mediums, hunting down Ben. He could still potentially... Actually, no, Ericsson could still potentially get a podium here this evening. He's had electric pace all night long. Newt Panda picks up the fastest lap away from Cook. Of course, he's on the mediums, Cook's on the hard, so you kind of expect that. Well, of course, for Ericsson, last time out, he finished... I don't think he attended last week. No, he did not attend last week. I think this may be... His last result came at, of course, the end of the season at Vegas. That was a 6th place result. He has not had a result better than that, I do not think. At least in the past 2 seasons, he's not had a better result than that. So this will be a high and mighty return as Joker comes into pit lane. He bails from it now. Yeah, for Ericsson. He has not. In the last few seasons, I think he made his debut last season. So he could be staring at his first podium finish of his OWLS Racing League career. If it all goes wrong, though, for Liam. That's the only issue. It needs to go wrong for Liam. For him to pick a podium up, but still a 4th place finish will be his best result as Swaggy is able to get past News there, who picks up another 3-second time penalty, shorting the area disqualification at this rate. Also, Ariek able to get past a massive. Cook really starts to bring that gap down, and no, Newt Panda picks up a 3-second time penalty after getting past Ben. And for Newt Panda, who has had a really strong start to this season over the past couple of races. Of course, this evening and last week, he could still get a 5th place result. There'll still be 2 top 5s back to back. Oh, but that's really unfortunate to see. We head into that first corner. Ben's still trying to hunt him down. Still trying to get this 5th place back on the road. But will it be enough? Got a flag in sector 3. Not sure who that was for. Maybe Ariact, actually. He's dropped behind Massive. 4.9 seconds back from the Alpine. Ariat with another 3-second time penalty and runs wide once again outside of the Villeneuve chicane. Cook is really starting to bring that gap down now to Liam. Of course, Liam trying his best on this tyre. Take it all the way to the end. Cook, 14.3 seconds, that gap between him and the race leader. 3.7 as Puzant's picked up a 3-second time penalty as well in all of this. We did not catch that. think that was while we may have been looking at Ericsson's, of course, results, and that's actually disasterful there for Puzan. As Muse tired from the session. Unfortunate for him. A good qualifying, but it's just really not gone his way at all. Yellow flag, that yellow flag in the first sector is for Muse retirement. And for Liam, not long left for him to go. He's got 6 more laps to try and bring this home. He tried something different last season. It did not work in his favour. Trying something different this season. It could be that golden ticket. And what a strategic drive it could be. He thought it was a 2-stop last time out. No, it was a 1-stop. That's when we came here to Imola last. This time around, everyone else thinks it's a 2-stop. He thinks it's a 1-stop. .4, now that gap. As into the pit lane comes Eric through, who picks up a 10 seconds, and that's another retirement here this evening. That brings us down to 13. Some of these drivers who may not have an opportunity for some points later on in the season could potentially be able to pick some up. Right. 3-second time penalty now to Swaggy. We'll look at the penalties again in a few moments' time. As Joker is really getting close now to the back of Ben and Newt Panda. We make our way down that main straight. Who's going to come out on top here? Joker looking to the outside. Ben looking to the outside. Gets the move done here on Newt Panda. Or has he? They're side by side. Ben forced a little bit wide. Joker trying to get the up and under on the pair of them. Isn't able to do so. And there is now Ben to the outside into the Villeneuve chicane. We're seeing this on board with Joker by looking at the helicam. And Ben not able to get by, but is still trying to push on. Late onto the brakes. Down into Tozer. Just is not able to see it through. Now, will he look to the left or will he look to the right? He's going to look to the right-hand side, around the outside of the Piratella. Isn't able to find that gap. Joker, of course, still waiting in the wings. And look at the overspeed he's got out of turn 9. Isn't able to find the through, but Joker is. He sees the door slightly ajar and barges straight through. Up into 6th place will go Joker. And now around the outside, maybe even into 5th. There's a yellow flag. That's for BJ Riley, who's gone off. And Joker is up into 5th place now as Swaggy has been able to get past Riley, who went off the road. But for Joker, he saw the opportunity and he grasped that with both hands. He did not want to let that go to waste. We'll have a look at the penalties now. Three seconds for Puzan, Joker, Panda, Ben, Dare on 9, 18 on 6, Swaggy on 6, 12 for PJ Riley, 6 as well for Massive and Agent. Agent picks up another 3-second time penalty while we say that. Only 3 cars have kept it penalty free. That is, of course, Liam, Cook and Ericsson. Oh, that gap now between Cook and Liam, 8.6. I think Liam's really starting to struggle now. Fortunately, it could mean that Liam does end up losing out on another race victory. Heartbreaking circumstances. Lap 30 of 32. Of course, Liam's tyres are surely screaming at this point. They may even puncture at this rate. If he can get them to the end without puncturing, I'll certainly give him a huge round of applause. Look how nasty they are. Been all down to strategy once again, and what a way it would be as we'll start 2 laps to go once he crosses the line. Right his wrongs of last season. Last time we came here. Still got 2 more tours to get this one to the line. Cook. So much. Trying to really put the pressure onto Liam. If Liam picks up a 3-second time penalty, it could mean that he does lose out on his race victory anyway. There's Agent getting out of the way. Buzan is really out of the picture. He's just not had the pace of these two at all. .1. Now that gap. One more tour here for Liam to pull off a really impressive drive. What could be, come the end of things, the most impressive drive of the season. You can see how much he wants to stay away from these curbs. Through that final corner, he did not take any risks on the track limits. So close once again. We head into the Villeneuve chicane. He is taking it very easy indeed. Liam might be able to right his wrongs in the best way possible. Those ghosts that have been haunting him will certainly be pushed away, and that little thought in the back of his mind about this very race 1 season ago will be eradicated, because he would have pulled off the exact same scenario the opposite way around and pulled it off into his favour. He thought it was a 2-stop last season. This season he thought it was a 1-stop. He's taking those tyres 25 laps. He has driven the race of his life. Call him the tyre whisperer. If you need to dial up anyone to help with any punctures or save your tyres, call this man right up. Liam, he rights his wrongs from seasons past. He wins here in Imola. A spectacular drive from the Alpine, and a circuit he should have won at last season. He takes the spoils here in Imola. What a performance that was from the Alpine man, where last season he thought the strategy he was on was the correct one. He made that blunder. Today, he makes up for it in this same scenario. He trusted his guts. He trusted what everyone did last season. And oh boy, did it work. Cook was breathing down his neck near the end of it, but he was just not able to see himself through and catch up by enough. He'll take 2nd place though, and with that will keep the championship lead over Puzan, who finished in 3rd. But a spectacular performance from our race winner in Liam. Take his first victory of the season. And oh boy, will this championship be a lot different. First 2 rounds won by 2 different people. Last season it was the Puzan party. This season it could be anyone's party. What a race that was. So your results are as follows. It was Liam who took the race victory from Cook. Then it was Puzan and then Ericsson, who had a very strong drive, and he picks up his best career finish here in the OWLS Racing League. And after that, it was Joker, Newt Panda, Ben, Dare, the A-Team, Swaggy, Massive, BJ Riley, Agent rounds out your finishes. Ariek, East, Alex, Bearder, Rory, and Thames. And of course, the driver of the day vote. From me, I think it can only go to one man, and that is Liam, for that spectacular drive on those what really worn hard compounder tyres. That one-stop strategy work. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a spectacular race here tonight at Imola. Of course, next time out, let's have a look at the calendar. Head over to Las Vegas. So where we ended off this last season, where Cook took the crown. Head to Vegas again, and we know Joker is a very strong driver around there. Could we see 3 different winners in the first 3 races? Joker and or, of course, Liam take their second victory of the season. But that was a spectacular race. And of course, that means the championship is well and truly alive after this second round. Don't know who pull this off. Who's going to be the one take the race victory next week? And of course, could this championship constantly keep swinging in hands? Just seeing in the Discord that Liam had 90% on his rear right. No wonder he was keeping away from the curbs as well to look after those tyres, not be as abrasive on them. Well, oh boy, was that a spectacular race. Of course, congratulations to Liam. He takes the driver of the day vote as well. But that's going to be all from me here, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week for Las Vegas, where we head to Sin City once again. It's only been a month since we were usually last there, but we are already back. We enjoyed it so much. We're going back for more. It was a very fun race for a championship finale. Joker, extremely strong round there. Cook is as well. Puzan, potentially take his first race victory of the season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see you all next week. Of course, at 8 PM UK time, 9 PM European time. Thank you all very much for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay well. See you in Sin City. Who will cash in the jackpot? Thank you, and bye-bye.